shun, they look down on women being pregnant. And it's a lot of people, not just in the entertainment field, that deals with that. When they get pregnant at work, they have to hide it.
Right. Hello and welcome, and thanks for tuning in to Beyond Ordinary with your host, Maya Stella Cullins. I have a guest on today. Many of you may know her as one of the most well-known vocalists and artists here in the industry. From some of my favorite songs, Understanding. I can't sing it, so I'm not going to try. But we definitely have Miss Tamika Scott on the show today, and I'm so delighted simply because a lot of times when you see a pretty face and you hear a pretty voice, you don't know the message behind the story. So a lot of times when you see that, you feel like, well, she's just like a person that we see, but she's untouchable, and we don't understand the place that she comes from because you put on this high pedestal. But the truth of the matter is she's human just like us. Is one guy that we all serve, and she knows who he is first-handedly. And she's going to share her story on today. But I want to first go ahead and welcome Miss Tamika. So welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you.
And I know you have a great story to share to our audience on today to encourage them, to give them hope, to give them peace and encouragement. So with that, I'm going to go straight to that place in your life from the age of 5 to 12. Tell me what that looked like.
Woo, girl. I would say from 5, I had a fairy tale life. You know, my parents were together. We went to church. My father was a deacon. My mom was like a head in the choir.
Okay.
We had a great life. And my father was a police officer. And Christmas was always great because we always had the Cabbage Patch doll, one with the Xavier Roberts now. If Xavier Roberts went on the butt, that wasn't a real Cabbage Patch kid.
Right.
So you could turn it over and I'm like, oh yeah, she's real. She's real. When Atari came out, we was the first African American kids to have the Atari in our neighborhood. Wow. So everybody wanted to come over our house and play oh, they got an Atari. And we had all the games. So it was like, growing up was like wonderful. We sung, family time. It was great. It was like, life was perfect until I turned 12. That's when, you know, it's like my world came tumbling down. My parents, they were the center of the church as this perfect relationship. Right. And it just crumbled.
So with that stigma of being perfect.
Girl.
And when you say 12, things started happening.
Yes.
What happened during that?
Well, my mom told us that they were getting a divorce, and me and my sister, we didn't understand it. You know what I mean? Like, what? It was just unreal. And it's like when they broke up, our world really changed because my mom was a single mom. I'm not a single mom. She wasn't working. She was a housewife.
Right.
So, you know, she didn't have no job, really no education like that because she graduated from high school.
She was following her husband.
Right. She helped lift her husband up in his ministry and helped lift him up in the law enforcement field he was in. And it was like she had nothing. Wow. So we went from having everything to being darn near homeless. So it was like, you know, like, what's going on here? We were trying to figure it out.
Right.
You know?
And what was that experience for you? Like being homeless, what did you feel?
Oh, gosh, I can't even explain how I felt at the time. I was confused. I was angry. But I put on my protective coat. And I was like, okay, I was hurt by the man that I loved. So I have to protect what I have, which was my mom and my sister. So I became, even though I'm the younger sister, I became the big sister. Wow. So I had to protect her. I had to protect my mom. It was like nobody else is going to hurt us ever again like this. So I had to pull up my, what you call it, big girl briefs. Right. And just really was that person, because my she's really emotional. My sister's emotional, so I had to really just think outside the box. Like, okay, I know if I react this way, this is going to happen. So somebody has to be here to mentally be able to say, okay, it's going to be okay. Right. Because my parents taught us how to pray. They taught us when you're going through things. There were certain scriptures in the Bible. What was it? I will bless the Lord at all times. His praise shall continually be in my mouth. Oh, magnify the Lord with me. Let us exalt his name together. I sought the Lord and he heard me.
So we're keeping those Bible verses close to your heart.
It was very dear because after it says, I sought the Lord and he heard me and he delivered me from my fears. So we had to really, even at the age of 12, we had to go back to the Word of God to help strengthen us. So it got crazy because even in school, you know, we started going through things and my sister started getting bullied. And I started taking things in my own hand. Like I would start fights with the people that would mess with her. Like this one guy in particular, he just kept calling her names, and you know, we were already hurt. We were already going through the pain that we were suffering. And my sister, she doesn't, Latasha, she's in the group Xscape too. She doesn't know how to handle certain things well. So she just sit there and she just quiet. And she, you know, I knew she was up there praying. But it was a side of me like, okay, he's trying to clown her. Let me show you what a clown looks like.
That's that protective mode.
Protective mode. It came and it was like, okay, protect your sister. So I went out the bus, girl. I grabbed that rock. It was a big boulder, and he just kept going. When I tell you I grabbed that rock and hit him upside the head so hard, that's when I didn't care then.
You're like, look, you're not gonna keep messing with my sister.
Yeah, I got a whooping though. I got a whooping for being a protector.
Right, but through it all, you still didn't stop.
I still didn't stop.
So when you started pushing forward, where did you go back to outside of praying? What talent and what gift?
It was singing that brought sanity to us. It was singing, and then we would sing and we would write, and we would just, that was our outlet, that was our exit, that was our therapy. So it helped us in a lot of ways.
Right.
It did.
Right. And I'm just thinking about the Bible verses and going through that. Did you also find strength with doing it and saying, look, no matter what, I'm going to get through. Right. So even though the situation ended maybe not ideally the way that you wanted,
it wasn't,
and you didn't understand it at that time, but going through, so now you're singing. So take me down that journey of singing, because a lot of times, I'm going to tell you why, when people are in the industry, unfortunately, we have to smile, we have to be pretty, and we have to do all these different things.
Yes.
However, when you come through a challenging situation in your life, maybe when it comes, for example, being pregnant.
Girl.
Tell me
oh
how that looked for you, Tamika.
Well, that was like a really challenging part. You know, after singing, me and my sister were singing, we went to high school and we met Candy and Tiny. And we started, all of us, we just wanted to sing. We all wanted to be famous. That's all. We just wanted to be famous. We didn't care about the money. We just wanted to sing. Right. We didn't care about the business and that. But, you know, we worked hard. We did talent shows. We did everything we had to do to make it to where we wanted to be. And right when we made it is when I got pregnant.
Wow. And what happened?
Oh my gosh, that's when the record company came, the management came, and they set me down and they were like, look, we know you're pregnant. We're going to give you an ultimatum. Either you have an abortion and stay in the group, or, you know, you can have your baby and we're going to kick you out. So I sat down, I looked at the manager and I said, well, y'all better replace me because I'm not killing my baby.
Wow.
Like, ain't no fame, ain't nothing worth this life, this gift that God has blessed me. They looked at it like it was like, why did she do this? But, you know, it happened. But in the midst of it, it was a blessing.
Right. Well, make sure that y'all stay tuned. We got to take a break, but we'll be right back.
Everybody was so mad with me. Everybody was upset with me. And they had every right to be. Because, you know, they were scared. They didn't know what was going to happen because I was pregnant. But it was like after I said that, my sister stood up and was like, well, if y'all going to get rid of her, y'all got to get rid of me.
Hello and welcome. I am Maya Spella Cullins. I would like to give you a little information about why you should tune in to my show. We will be addressing issues from mental health to substance abuse issues every day that people struggle with. The truth of the matter is we always put it into a box where it's taboo in many cultures. We look at mental health and substance abuse as one form or one fashion, but not realizing that we are individuals that look just like me that can struggle every day with an issue and not know that it's a problem. So I'm talking to the sisters and brothers out there that are struggling with depression, where you can't get up out of the bed, you feel like giving up and you have no hope. I'm talking to the marriage couples that's out there that's saying, I'm done because of infidelity, because of issues that he or she struggle with. I am the one that you need to tune into so that you can get help. I want to help you, and I want you to open up and allow me to be in your living room at that place and time so that you can do whatever is necessary to save your life and save others around you. Hope is still available beyond your ordinary. The Maya Spella Cullen Show coming soon.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Tamika Scott. I want you to kick off your shoes, relax your feet, and enjoy my episode on Beyond Ordinary with my girl, Maya Speller Cullens.
Hello and welcome back. I'm still here with Miss Beautiful Tamika Scott. So we're gonna go right back into it. Tell me, you said you got a record deal and you wanted this fame. That's all you thought about. You wanted to sing, and then you got this daunting news.
I got pregnant.
Okay.
So the label was really upset. So they gave me an ultimatum. They were saying, they look down on women being pregnant. And it's a lot of people, not just in the entertainment field, that deals with that. Mm-hmm. When they get pregnant at work, they have to hide it.
Right.
And that's not right. But, with me, they came to me and they were just straight up like, either you're going to keep the baby, get put out the group, or you're going to have an abortion. We're going to pay for it. And you can still be in this successful group. Mm-hmm. So, I didn't even have to hesitate. I looked that man in his eyes and I said, you know what? You better replace me because I'm not killing my baby.
Wow. So what did your group, and this is the thing, your sister was in the group.
Yes, my sister was in the group.
So what did she feel?
Oh my gosh. It was crazy because the group, everybody was so mad with me. Everybody was upset with me. And they had every right to be. Because, they were scared. They didn't know what was going to happen because I was pregnant. Mm-hmm. But it was like after I said that, my sister stood up and was like, well, if y'all going to get rid of her, y'all got to get rid of me.
So she stood with you. How did that make you feel?
It made me feel good because I was like, okay, all this taking up for her in high school, middle school, it finally paid off.
Right.
Yeah, it felt good.
So you was at a high point in your life, but you had to understand that your child was a bigger blessing. A bigger blessing than that. And then to have my sister stand up, because I had already, made the choice to say, okay, replace me. And for her to love me enough to say, I'm going too. Mm-hmm. That was big. So how did it impact the other Tiny and Candy? They were like, oh, well, I guess you're going to stay in the group. And it was crazy because they were trying to, if you look at our video, Love on My Mind, I was about 7.5 months pregnant. Mm-hmm. And so the choreographer came to me. He was like, you know what? I want to tailor the dance routine around you. I said, no, don't do that, baby. Right. They got to keep up with me. Right. And if you see the video, I'm jumping. I'm bouncing. I'm killing it. How many months was you? I was like 7.5 months pregnant. Oh, wow. And I did everything. It was on time. I challenged myself. I said, okay, they want me to mess up. I'm not going to mess up. So even before I was pregnant, I was never on time, girl. I was always late. But when I got pregnant, I was on time. I did everything I was supposed to do. I was ready to do all interviews or whatever. I was going to show them that you can be pregnant and still work. Successfully. Right. And that's what I did. And then you had the bigger award with your baby. My baby. Oh, I love her so much. She's now 25. Ocean is 25. She was the Xscape baby. Mm-hmm. So she's 25, married. We're her own baby now. Wow. That's a blessing. So you a grandma. I'm a grandma. That's a beautiful thing. Yes, girl. I love my baby. So with knowing, being in the industry and having that dilemma, having your sister's support, obviously Candy and Tiny also had to have their support as well because there's a whole group that was impacted by it. And now, look at your life. Yes, God. Look at where you at. I'm so glad that I made the decision. So people make decisions and they say, dang, if I could just go back and change and do that over. God blessed me to the point where I didn't have to say that. Yeah. I'm so proud of this. Because you just stood on my faith. Mm-hmm. I stood on, even though I was wrong for what I did, I still, God forgave me and He blessed me in the midst of it for making the right decision. And leading to that, now you have an album coming out, a CD. Yes. I want you to tell us a little bit about that. Because this is totally different. It is totally different. It is totally different. Now, I have an album that I'm working on. I have one more song, a CD. I have one more song, EP. To be correct, I'm sorry. I have one more song to do, and then I'll be done. And it's called Family Affair. Family Affair. Because I am family first. Family first. Anybody who knows me,
is I'm family oriented. Everywhere I go, my kids are there, my family, my husband's there. He's very supportive. So my kids are so talented, and I wanted the world to see what I see every day at home. So I have my middle child. Her name is Young Naya. She's a rapper.
You have how many babies?
I have 3 girls.
You have
three girls. And I'm like 3, girl. Look, I'm thinking about my grandbaby.
Yeah.
4 girls in all, but 3 are mine, and 1 is my grandbaby. So my 20-year-old, she raps, and we call her the Princess of the South. So she's on one of the songs rapping, and I did a song called Reflection, where I have her and my oldest Ocean.
Wow.
Ocean is singing, she's rapping, and my baby girl, I have a 5-year-old who started on.
Yeah. Oh wow.
I should have read my Bible that night, but yeah. We started over, but all of them are part of it. My new single, Almost Over, my husband.
And when you make the title, it's something behind the title or something with you and your husband. What's the word that you use that's on your CD? Is it the title of your CD that came between you and your husband came?
No, I'm not thinking. I know what you're thinking right now. No. Me and my husband in our relationship, we have a safety word.
What's that?
That's what you think about.
Maybe that's
that's what you're talking about. Right.
Some type of word.
Girl, it's like, you know how you argue. Every relationship, you argue, you disagree.
Right.
But before it gets to that level of no return, we have a safety word. And that person has to say that word that we came up with. And when he say it or I say it, we have to turn, look at each other, kiss, and calm down. No, we don't. We calm down and we talk about it.
At that very
moment. Because it was in the beginning of our relationship, he would always leave. Right. And I'm like, I would block the door. You ain't going nowhere. We're going to talk about this. You know, so, you know, when the person's going, you know, the devil minds, what is it? Idle minds, the devil's workshop. I'm like, what is he doing? What is he doing? So we got to the point in our relationship where we were like, okay. But in this, like, 9 out of 10, he's always saying the safety word because I be wrong all the time.
But all of that is part of what helped our relationship. To help your relationship and now the CD that you're about to drop.
Yes.
So what is the most challenging part with trying to balance your personal life and the life of fame?
In the beginning, it was a little tough. Just trying to juggle everything together. But, you know, with time, I've gotten better, and I have a great support system. My mom comes, she helps with the kids so that my husband and I can go out and spend time together. You know, my husband and I work together, so sometimes after work, we'll just go walk in the street, or we'll just, you know, just cuddle, or we'll just spend time together. So it's like family. That's why I had to bring my family on this project so that we could spend more time together.
Right, yeah. Which is a blessing, and so in so many ways. And one of the last questions that I have for you, when being married and working that close with your mate, how does that work? How do you cut it off and cut it back on?
You know what? I have been blessed because I'm a handful at times.
Yes, we all are.
Yes. So God knew exactly what I needed. He gave me the perfect person for me that understands me. That you know, he's a man. But he knows that he's a man. But he allowed me to be who I am in this industry.
Right.
So he's confident. Very secure in himself. He's sexy. So handsome.
Yes.
So handsome. But you know, God blessed me with a great husband. He did. So it's a lot easier for me. Thank you, Lord. I don't know what I did in my previous life. No, just one.
Right. Look, we're gonna say that for next time.
I don't know.
We're gonna say that for next time. But the good thing about it is the fact that she can laugh, she can enjoy life. And do it with your husband.
Yes.
All at the same time.
Yes, girl.
So I want to also, because I can't skip over the fact, I want you to talk about the different people that you have written songs and things for. Like, I'm like, what in the world? I didn't know this. Like, you are like, I don't know, hands down to you, Tamika.
Thank you.
Like, you are a true blessing.
Thank you.
But what are some of the artists that you, because I think, like, it's like I got 50 million questions
well,
for you.
God bless me to write Step Aside for Yolanda Adams. And Tamala Man loved it so much that she put it on her album. Wow. I've written for Jaheim, Music Soul Child, Anthony Hamilton. I've written for Xscape, of course. I was blessed to write on the Hardball soundtrack with Keanu Reeves, and the Mask soundtrack with what is that crazy guy from Living Color, Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey. So I've written for quite a few people.
And now
And
you
now
have
for
your
myself,
single.
almost over.
Yes. So
Yes.
what is it that, if you could tell the audience what they can look forward to when they hear it?
Well, Almost Over is a song that I wanted to encourage our people. Mm-hmm. Because, the internet is bullies. Mm-hmm. They beat up, especially women, we beat up on each other so like crazy all the time. But I wanted to do something different, and I wanted to be a person that encouraged. Right. And I wanted to encourage people to keep going. Whatever it is in life that you want to do, whatever it is that you know in your heart that you want to do, keep doing. Don't stop. You're gonna get no's. Mm-hmm. Don't let that discourage you. Keep going until you get that yes.
That's right.
Almost Over is also talking about the storms of your life. Wow. Storms come. They come, they blow, but you got to lift your head up and dance your way through the storm and encourage yourself. Right. Sometimes. So that song is to encourage our people.
Well, I'm excited. I know you already
excited.
I am, girl. So I can't wait to hear it, but I know you guys can't wait to hear it as well. This is something totally different. And just being in the presence with her lovely spirit, I know that you're going to be blessed. And when she comes back, she's going to give you some motivational, some inspirational words that can keep you in perfect peace. And then just make sure that you stay connected. So we're going to take a break and we'll be right back.
You can't love no one else until you learn to love yourself. And don't look for validation from man. Look for validation from God. That's who you want to please, not man. And just keep going. Whatever it is in life you want to do, keep going. Keep pressing on. Don't stop. Believe. Pray. Fast. And just tell God thank you, because guess what? The battle's already won. Mental health to me is a very important subject. I think this is a great platform to talk about it, because usually when you think of mental health, you always think of something negative. You don't ever think of something, that can help you. When you think of mental, it's the way you think. It's the way we operate, the way we respond. And health means on a good way, in a healthy way. So mental health is very important to know about and to be educated about.
Beyond Your Ordinary, the Maya Spella Cullen Show, I'm so excited to announce, because so many people struggle with issues every single day. And when I say issues feeling like you want to give up on life, there's no hope, that nobody loves you, that you have no purpose in life. But I'm here to bring back that hope. I'm here to bring light and shed light on various situations, from marriage to families, to the school system, down to the hospitals that you may lay. I am your girl, Maya Spella Cullens. Be connected, stay connected, and get the help that you need.
Stacy and Daryl are the perfect couple, with the perfect family and the perfect life. Or are they?
As the Lord professed unto me, he who findeth a wife, find a good thing. And I know I got a good thing in my wife.
If someone that you love hurt you, how far would you go to avenge your pain?
You made your own in this world, so why would you stay with him? Why don't you get you a little something on the side? What? Mm-hmm.
If you had an opportunity to pay someone back, would you?
Detective Claus, narcotics. I think you'll provide me with all the assistance that I need. It would seem as if Stacy's boyfriend is trying to expand his empire.
But his woman, she ruined everything. We should never brought her into this.
When your entire world has been built on lies, can you find your way back to the truth?
Don't run away from me. I want to know what that was all about today.
I don't want to talk about
it. Oh, you're gonna talk about it? Narcotics? Boyfriend? You have no idea how I can destroy you, do you?
And you have no idea what I'm capable of.
What secrets will be revealed behind the veil?
Hello and welcome back. Thanks for staying connected. I am here still with Miss Beautiful Tamika Scott. She has some inspirational words that she wants to give you on today, so that way you would know that you're not alone and that she is singing her heart out, she's praying, and she's keeping you also in her prayers as she continues this journey. It's not easy, because obviously when much is given, much is required. So know that she will continue to be in perfect peace, and she's asking for you to do the same. So whatever that looks like, through prayer, through talking it out, with saying safe words in your marriage and relationships, then I want to make sure that you do that. What she's saying is not in vain. She gave so much in so little time. So she's going to give you some words on today that I'm going to allow her to go ahead and talk, because if not, I will keep talking.
I love it when you talk, girl. I love it.
Go ahead, Tamika.
Yeah, she done said everything. I'm Tamika Scott. Most of you know me from the group Xscape. I am a loving wife. I'm a mother and a grandma. But I just want you, if you don't take anything from what this interview, take the fact that God loves you. It doesn't matter what you've done. It doesn't matter where you are in life. Know that God loves you and He wants the best for you. And I want you to learn to love yourself. You can't love no one else until you learn to love yourself. And don't look for validation from man. Look for validation from God. That's who you want to please, not man. And just keep going. Whatever it is in life you want to do, keep going. Keep pressing on. Don't stop. Believe. Pray. Fast. And just tell God thank you, because guess what? The battle's already won. Your scripture is, your life story is already told. It's already written. You're a winner. You're destined to win. Predestined to win. So just smile, hold your head up, and just walk in your blessings.
Thank you for that. And I'm sure that you are delighted to be able to be on the other side, to have Tamika in your living room home today, or at your office, or wherever you may be watching. But I'm going to ask Tamika to tell you guys how they can get your CD. That's first and foremost. And then we're going to make sure that after you get the information on how to get her CD, that you take a few, maybe 3 or 4 notes down on today about how you can come back from a setback, or what appears to be a setback, because that is the moral of her story. Life is not always what we have destined it to be. We can't control what that looks like, but what we can control, we control the ending. And that's through the grace of God and His living and ongoing mercy. So with that, how could they get your CD? Because I know when they watch it, they're going to be on the side of the road.
Well, my
Praise
song
God.
Almost Over and is available on all digital platforms. You can keep up with me in my little crazy world on Instagram at The Real Tamika Scott, Facebook Tamika Scott, Twitter Official T Scott.
Thanks again, Miss Tamika,
Thank
for coming.
you.
Make sure y'all stay connected. If you want more information, go to beyondordinary.tv. I am your host, Maya Spella Cullins. Be encouraged, be inspired. The 3 or 4 different facts that I wanted you to write down is to make sure that it doesn't matter what walk of life you come from. What matters is that you just got to stay the course. And with that, just know that even with Tamika talking about all she wanted to do was sing, and then it came with the fame and all those different things, it doesn't make it a pretty picture. It doesn't mean that she has a perfect life, but what it does mean is that she serves a God that sits high and looks low, and was able to pull her and her sister in her situation out of nowhere. So He was able to turn it around, and I know that He can do it for you. So make sure you stay blessed, that you stay connected, and that you tune in to www.beyondordinary.tv. I am your host, Maya Spella Cullins, and I'm here with Miss Tamika Scott.